What's going on, guys? It's your boy CMB. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and let's get into this one really quickly. Now, guys, I'm still out here in Tulum, Mexico, still having a great time. And I know I promised you guys I would try to drop content when time permitted. So here I am, the fourth day being out here. I'm dropping another video for you guys, trying to keep my promise. Now, I want to talk a little bit about Ryan Garcia. Now, you guys know Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis has inked a deal to face off against each other next year in April. I think it's April the 15th. The fight will be taking place in Las Vegas, Nevada. And get this, the fight will be at a catch weight of 136. Now, before this can happen, we have Gervonta Tank Davis, of course, going into a massive tune-up fight, a fight that's probably shouldn't be looked at as a tune-up against a tough competitor in Hector Luis Garcia, who's coming off two back-to-back great wins, one over Little B Hop and one over Roger Gutierrez, who he snatched the WBA super featherweight title from. Now he's moving up to fight Gervonta Tank Davis, but let me say this: it's no easy win for Gervonta. He's a tough guy. He's a power guy. He's a taller, rangier guy, and he does have boxing skills. He's an Olympian, by the way, too, guys. So this is a fight that Gervonta could possibly lose. So him taking that tough fight, I got to take my hat off to him for doing it. Now, Ryan Garcia, of course, not to be outdone by Tank Davis, says that he's going to take a tune-up fight in January as well. Now, as far as his opponent, we don't know for sure yet who it's going to be. I've heard names being thrown around, names like Isaac Pitbull Cruz, Jojo Diaz, Gary Antoine Russell, those type of names. Now, I was thinking about it. I think a good fight for him that nobody's talking about, since he's been fighting at 140, I think a solid opponent for him would be Sergey Lipinets, the boxer from Kazakhstan. Sergey Lipinets, solid fighter, former champion. He was the IBF champion at 140 before being defeated by Mikey Garcia. After he lost that title, of course, he moved up to 147. Had a pretty good run there. I think he fought like 5 times, winning 3 of those fights. I think he had a draw with Custio Clayton in his last fight at 147. Of course, he was brutally knocked out by Jaron Boots Ennis, but I have to take my hat off to him for even getting in the ring with Jaron. Jaron's a nightmare. But after that, he decided to go back to 140, where he had a lot more success. He was called to replace, I think it was Adrian Broner, who was supposed to face off against Omar Figueroa Jr. I think this was back in August of this year. Adrian Broner said he was dealing with some mental issues. He pulled out of the fight. Sergey Lipinets stepped in and wound up defeating Omar Figueroa Jr. Now, he's ranked number 9 with the WBC. Like I said, he's a solid fighter. He's a good, hard puncher. Doesn't have the best footwork in the world, but he will bang with you. And I think this would be a great test for Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, of course, would have the edge in the physical ability, the physical capacity. He's the taller guy, taller, rangier guy, and I think he would give Ryan a tough fight, but I think Ryan could possibly pull that fight out, and I think it's a respectable fight because, let's face it, people are going to want to see Ryan not take a light touch. Just watching Gervonta Tank Davis take such a tough fight, the pressure is going to be on him to take a solid opponent. Now, honestly, to me, I don't think Ryan should try to take on an opponent as tough as what Gervonta Tank Davis is doing, because let's face it, Gervonta Tank Davis is at a different point in his career than Ryan. He has a lot more experience in the ring with fighters of that caliber. Ryan, not so much yet. Ryan hasn't even held a title yet, so he has to be smart in his approach to who he goes into a tune-up match with. Not saying that Sergey Lipinets is an easy win, because he's not. He can put your lights out. We've seen that before from Sergey Lipinets, but physically, I think Ryan has the physical attributes to keep Sergey Lipinets at bay. But we'll see what happens if that fight even takes place. It's just my suggestion that who I think he should face. But you guys tell me what you think about who you think he's going to face next. Who do you think he should face next in a tune-up fight in January? You guys let me know what you think about that in the comment section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.